We use the conditional probability formula when we have two events and we're trying to find the probability of one event given the fact that the first one has already occurred. So here I'm trying to find the probability of those who play soccer and football. So applying the formula up there, I need to multiply those who play soccer by those who play football, given the fact that they already play soccer. So reading the question here, it says 40% play soccer. So that's 0.4. 20% play soccer, also play football. So that's 0.2. Multiplying these together, it's 0.08, which is 8%. Next example here, we're actually looking for something a little bit different. Here, I have a first test and a second test. So F for first, S for second. So applying the formula here, I got to multiply the probability who passed the first test by the probability of those who pass the second test, given the fact that they passed the first one. So here it says 25% of the class passed both tests. So that's this part right here. 25%. They passed the first test and the second test. 42% of the class passed the first test. So that's right here. So we are looking for the percent of those who passed the first test and then passed the second test. So I'm going to just have to divide in this case as opposed to multiply in the last example. I'm going to divide both sides by 0.42. So I cancel those out. I get the probability of those who passed the second, given they passed the first test, as 0.595 or 59.5%. Now in the next situation, this is one where a Venn diagram can help display the information. So we have several things happening here. Here we have a Frisbee team, and they're either going to win or lose depending on if it's windy or if it's not windy. So now set this up as they can either win or they could not win. They can either win or not win. So let's look at the question here now. It tells us that there's an 80% chance of high winds. So there is an 80% chance of it being windy tomorrow. That must mean that there is a 20% chance of it being not windy. When it's windy, there's a 60% chance of winning. So that's 0.6. So that must mean that there's a 40% chance that they would lose when it's windy. There's a 65% chance of winning when it's calm. So that's 0.65. So this here would be 35%. So now here I'm interested in when they're going to win. So I'm going to circle this part and this part of the tree diagram here. So I need to multiply 0.6 by 0.8 to give me 0.48. I need to multiply 0.2 by 0.65. Now I need to add them together because Sam is either going to win when it's windy or he's going to win when it's calm. So I need to add those two together, which gives me a total of 61%.